Most with cones for seeds, most with needles for leaves. C is for conifers, my kind of trees. Large junipers and fir, spruce, cedars, and pines. C is for conifers, more than 500 kinds.
We, as a species, are usually fond of trees. They offer us shelter, they give us air, and they make our lands beautiful. And yet, at the same time, we treat trees like crap. We carve our names into their trunks, harvest them for their wood, essentially use their corpses to sit on or even write on. We even pluck their fruits and flowers from their branches. To put that into perspective, flowers are the reproductive organs of plants, and fruits contain their unborn offspring. That's right, when you pick flowers, you are pulling off their genitals, and when you eat fruits, you are eating plant uterus. This is some tasty uterus. Makes me glad I don't eat fruit. At least their unborn children have a chance if you plant them after you've savaged the womb that nurtured them. But far too often we throw the seeds out in the trash, along with any portions of fruits we don't eat.
Well, how would you like to have someone come along and pick something off of you?
Needless to say, it would only be a matter of time before the trees finally rise up against the people and have their revenge. And it happened. So the legend goes, many hundreds of years ago in feudal Japan, there lived a man who carved the name of the maiden he loved into the trunk of a black cherry tree. The black cherry tree, greatly angered, possessed the man and sacrificed the maiden whose name was carved into the tree. The legend passed away into history and was soon long forgotten. So it would be. History was to repeat itself. Years later, in the modern Narima district, word spread of what can only be described as an asking out demon, a monster that specifically targets pig-tailed women and would proceed to insist they date with him, going so far as to shower them with presents. Ranma, Saotome, and Akane Tendo were sent to investigate, for Ranma's guise was the perfect bait to lure the creature out. During their search, the two couldn't help but wonder how vividly this demon's actions reminded them of someone they knew and loathed. And speak of the devil, just as they were thinking about him, the voice of Tatewaki Kuno could be heard shouting down the street, "Oh, pig-tailed girl, go out with me!" Ranma, in no mood for Kuno's touchy-feely ways, turned around ready to punch him all the way to the frickin' moon, but recoiled at the sight before him. There, he saw Kuno's head protruding from the trunk of a walking black cherry tree, holding a bouquet of roses in one branch and a boxed gift in the other. So it turns out, Kuno made the mistake of using the very same cursed cherry tree for target practice, carving a nice Kuno and the pig-tailed girl under the umbrella of love into the trunk of the tree. And so, he too was possessed, and the pig-tailed girl was to be the next sacrificial maiden. But if she was to be sacrificed, why the insistence for dates? Well, it turns out, Kuno would not let his body be possessed without a fight. In control of his new tree body, Kuno knew of only one way to spare the pig-tailed girl's life and free himself. The maiden's life would be spared and her lover freed, only if she's to spend one enjoyable evening date with her lover-turned-tree. Ranma, valuing his life, had no intention of being sacrificed, but being 100% heterosexual and downright despising Kuno on the cellular level, had no intention of spending a romantic night with Kuno. However, he could not kick his way out of this one. The sacrificial maiden cannot escape once beneath the branches of the black cherry tree because of an invisible barrier that cuts her off from the outside world. Ranma had no choice in the matter. He had to spend the night under the dome with Kuno. Going on picnics. Flower gazing. And generally cozying up to this walking tree. But simply playing up the act would not be enough. His life depended on Kuno enjoying the date too. Not an easy task with such interlopers, i.e., the entire Tendo household, tagging along uninvited, and with Kuno generally being as stubborn as any normal tree. And to make matters worse, Ranma must try to hold back his temper and resist the urge to pound Kuno into oblivion. For should Kuno lose consciousness, the black cherry tree will regain control of his body and will proceed to sacrifice the maiden. That is, unless he is satisfied. There is an ultimatum. If the sacrificial maiden desires to escape the tree's barrier, she must, as an atonement for such maltreatment by her man, kiss the tree on the lips! Right. I don't know about you, but I'd just go for a wood axe instead. Die, tree man! Ah! Chop, 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 choppy, 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 choppy! This has been a Ranma 1/2 Character Profile! This profile was brought to you in part by JW Studios and by Shay.
I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. I sleep all night and I work all day. I cut down trees, I wear high heels, suspenders and a bra. I wish I'd been a girlie, just like my dear papa.